Good morning, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Today is January 7th, 2025, and I figured I would start filming my journey with my fat loss. I have some big goals this year. I would like to lose somewhere in the 25 to 30 pound range. I would love to get to my leanest figure yet. So, this is a super raw, unfiltered video. I am in a bikini, and this is what I look like from the front, this side. I'm not doing any posing either. It's just my regular. And then this is what the back is looking like. So I am going to take my weight. I have my scale here. I also have my tape measure. I'm going to make some notes. And this is kind of week one. Yesterday was technically day one for me, and I got back into the gym, did some weightlifting. It felt incredible. My legs are a little sore. This year's focus is definitely fat loss. So I'm going to go ahead and get on the scale, be super honest with you guys. Yesterday I was 195 pounds. I'm usually about 185. I flex up to 190 over my period, or if I've been binging or something like that. I have not formally dieted at all in the past 2 years. I went from 210 to 185 and have kept that off naturally. So now is the time to get the rest of the weight off. I am 5'10" for reference, and I do have a decent amount of muscle on me. I would say my legs are quite muscular, but I really want to trim this all down and get to a point where I just feel super snatched and lean and powerful and strong, but not frail, not weak, not starved, not tired. So I'm going to get on the scale, let you guys know what my weight is. So again, yesterday I was about 195. I do fluctuate a lot day by day because I drink a lot of water. All right, the scale says 192.2. We will take it. Hopefully you can see 192.2. And then I am going to go ahead and take some measurements. I'm going to start with, actually, let me write this down real quick here. 192.2 pounds. Again, I'm 5'10". Please don't judge me too hard. We all have a starting point. I am using Renpho Smart Scale as well as their Smart Measuring Tape too. I really like this. All right, I am going to start with my bust. And one thing I really like about this scale is it is a digital scale. So I always take my measurements from the widest point. I just go ahead and stretch the tape out. There's a nice little button on the side that will automatically tighten it, I guess, if you will. And then make sure that you're just lined up. We're going to take our measurements. This is my progress photo for you guys, essentially. This is what this looks like. And according to my tape measure, we're at 41.07. So we'll go ahead and put that down. I'm going to move down to the waist, my natural waist, the smallest point. I'm going to tighten this up. Because this is a digital tape measure, it gives me like down to the centimeter, which I appreciate. I like it. All right, not sucking in, nothing. That is giving me 31.19 inches. Let's move down to the hips. Lengthen this quite a bit. I am feeling around my booty for the widest part. So it should look something like this. Whatever your widest part is. And you don't want it like indenting. All right, according to my tape measure, we're at 45.12. I'm gonna write that down. And then let's do individual legs. I want to do my right leg and my left leg. I'm just gonna do about mid-thigh. This is kind of my own personal reference because I carry most of my weight in my thighs, if I'm being totally honest. All right, we are at, oh, it's a little tight, 23.91 for the right leg. And I will swap over for the left leg. Left leg is 24.35 inches. It's almost a half an inch difference between my two legs. This is also, I'm right-handed and typically right-sided when playing sports, except for skating and snowboarding. Snowboarding, well, I guess snowboarding too. Snowboarding, I ride regular, which means that my right leg is my back leg, my left leg is facing down the mountain. And skating, I roller skate as well. Skating, I use both legs, but primarily ground with my left. So when I'm doing any turns or any spins, I usually use my left leg. So it's kind of interesting to me that the left leg is that much larger. The other two areas I wanted to check was my arms. I do carry quite a bit of fat in my arms, if we're just being totally honest. I have yo-yo dieted throughout the years, unfortunately. So I feel like loose skin's inevitable. I'm also almost 34. I turned 34 in a couple weeks. So I'm gracious to be in this type of body, and I'm proud of the work I've done. There's still more work to achieve, but overall, I'm pretty content. All right, so for my right arm, now I should do flex and unflex, but I'm just going to do unflex, to be honest. I'm going to do it at the widest portion of my arm, and that would be 12.32 for my right. Let me do my left, and then the last thing I'm going to do is my neck. My neck is really thin and muscular, so I don't really feel like that is that necessary of a measurement for me personally, but for the sake of the video and for the sake of holding myself accountable, I'm going to do them all. All right. Left arm is 12.38. Dang, they're almost identical. That's rare. Okay, let's do the neck. I feel like I used to do the neck a lot when I was younger. When I was younger, in my 20s and in my late teens, I have gotten as large as 240 pounds and as small as 155 pounds. I have done NPC competitions in my 20s and used some extreme measures to get to that thinness. And I don't want to do that again. It took a long time to heal from that. So this journey is going to be a healthier version. This is going to be a slower paced version, hopefully meaning more sustainable for me too. Okay. And given the fact that the last time I really lost weight was 2 years ago and I've kept it off, wow, my neck is 13.4 inches. All right, so those are all of our measurements. Today is January 7th, 2025. I weigh 192.2 pounds. My bust is 41.07. My waist is 31.19. My hips are 45.12. Right leg 23.91. Left leg 24.35. Right arm 12.32. Left arm 12.38. Neck 13.4. This is my final or first check-in, I should say. I don't know how frequently I'll do this, but I'd like to hold myself accountable. So here's what I am working with. Wish me luck. I am planning on doing glute training in the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then keeping Tuesdays and Thursdays as more of mobility, core exercise, or roller skate. So those are my free days. I think right now I'll tentatively do somewhere in the 32-hour long realm of roller skating on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then if I feel like it, I will probably include a deep core Pilates ab exercise that I find on YouTube, somewhere in the 10 to 15 minute range, and maybe some hip flexor strengthening because I do have weak knees. So that's kind of loosely my plan. I am not currently tracking any macros or calories. I am just reducing the volume that I'm eating and increasing the water intake. I have a 40-ounce tumbler that I usually refill 2 to 3 times a day, and I'm definitely trying to strongly achieve at least 3. I want to drink over 100 ounces of water. And then eventually, as I get into a pattern and a stride with this, I need to work on my protein because that's what's going to help me keep any muscle mass as I shed fat. So if you like this, be sure to like and subscribe and stick around. This is going to be a journey and it's probably going to take me several months. So this isn't only for myself and holding myself accountable, it's also for you guys to join along and remind you that we're capable of anything at any age and get after it. No day like the present, right? Like start now, literally start now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it and I'll check in soon.